we thought, oh, could we maybe just skip news? But then no, things happen. So news.
Things happen all the time, and we've got to talk about them. One thing I want to talk about really fast. Alonso, I made some of our Coffee Bros coffee this morning.
Oh,
it was
me
awesome.
too.
Which one did you have?
I had the dark roast.
Okay.
And it was, dark and roasty. It was all the things you want in a coffee.
All the things it says in the label. I had the Nicaragua, the brick breaker, and that was delicious too, and just a totally different flavor than we usually have. So we've got a deal with our friends at Coffee Bros, 15% off your entire order of coffee. We've got a link for you below. Our code is breakfast15, and they are a small company, brothers Nick and Dan. They put out delicious small batch coffee, and they can send some your way as well. So go and check them out. Yes, the big news is that the Writers Guild strike is over. They've reached a tentative agreement on a 3-year contract. We don't know the details of it. I think today the leadership of the Writers Guild supposedly is meeting to vote on whether to lift the strike order. And then it would go to a vote of the 11,000 members of the Writers Guild West and East. But that's a big deal and a good step toward getting everyone in this town back to work again after 5 months just about of striking.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I think my understanding is that the picketing has stopped, but that they aren't back to work yet until this all goes through. And then obviously, of course, SAG-AFTRA remains on strike, and the Writers Guild remains very supportive of that action as well. But in the meantime, they do have a deal of their own that they will be going back to, whereas the AMPTP hasn't even sat down once with SAG-AFTRA, so who knows how long they're going to stretch that one out.
Yeah, and it was looking good all weekend long heading into Yom Kippur Monday. I think people felt like we got to get this done now. And so by Sunday, we had some good news there. And SAG-AFTRA has been fighting for a lot of the same things as the Writers Guild. So hopefully that will be like a dam bursting for them there as well. So congrats to everyone. And we look forward to everyone getting back to work. Meanwhile, we have bad movies to talk about as far as the box office. Expend4bles. Apparently, we warned you guys and you listened. Expend4bles. You're welcome, America. So it did horribly, like absolutely the worst of all of the 4 Expendables movies. It only made about $8 million in its opening weekend. It opened in second place behind The Nun 2, which made about 8.5 this weekend.
Yeah, if you're going to bring back a part 4 9 years after part 3, you better really have some overwhelming reason for this movie to exist and some exciting new twist on the material, and they did not. Yeah,
they did not, and they got terrible reviews. I mean, not that reviews matter for something like an Expendables movie. You're going to see it or you're not, but it's at like 17% on the tomato meter, so people did not go and see it. But speaking of box office is going to dictate a couple of, or at least one new category at the Golden Globes. You see this?
Yes, I did.
There are going to be 2 new categories at the new and improved and revamped Golden Globes, one of which is predicated entirely on box office and or streaming success. It's called Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. And in order to qualify for this award, your film has to have made at least $150 million globally and $100 million in the United States.
Well, this really tarnishes the integrity of the Golden. Oh wait, it's the Golden Globes,
right?
I forgot they don't have any integrity. It's fine.
Like, I wonder what the point is, because so many of the movies that they honor anyway, quote unquote honor, are the big crowd pleasing movies anyway. So
well, I always go back to one of my favorite meme gifs out there is Don Draper on Mad Men saying that's what the money is for. Awards are for movies that actually like maybe make an effort to do something different than, you're honoring them for taking the big swings and doing something that's artistically challenging, ideally anyway. And then the movies that make money, and that's their prize. So why we have to also give them a trophy for making money? Who cares? Is it just one of those, like, it'll get more people to watch if we talk about the movie that everybody went to? It's like, does that work? Has the Academy going to 10 movies like really boosted anybody's anything?
Right. And in a year like this, like, the movies that were going to get a whole lot of nominations anyway are also the ones that made a shit ton of money between Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Absolutely.
So it's baked in.
I think they just good. It means more exposure for the Super Mario Brothers movie, which they're going to nominate in the animated category anyway. So
yay! They can nominate for Jack Black for his Princess Peach song. So there's that, and then there's also one that I can't even begin to figure this out. It's for stand-up comedy performances.
Yeah.
In movies and TV.
I was going to say, I assume they mean like Netflix specials and HBO specials and stuff. Like, I don't think they're going to be down at the Laugh Factory, like watching the 10 p.m. set, to vote their thing. I mean, and obviously there are a ton of stand-up specials, and they aren't really traditionally. I mean, I guess there's probably an Emmy category that covers it for performance or whatever, but again, I think they are tapping into a thing that people watch and like. And, that at least in this case, it's not a thing that is necessarily showered with awards. So I'm sure the comedians are appreciating it.
But then the way they phrase it, because I actually read the story in Variety, the way they phrase it is, if you are a comedian who is part of an ensemble and you do standout work, like that is also eligible for this award. So I don't know. I think it's a way to honor comedy, I suppose.
SNL cast members? Like, is that what they mean?
Or like somebody's really funny on a particular sitcom and it's a supporting role and the kind of thing that doesn't get honored. I don't know. Anyway, We'll see. We'll follow this or not. The Golden Globes, they don't matter. One thing I'm so excited about, I know you're going to be too, Moonlighting is coming.
Yes. It's
going to be on Hulu starting October 10th, all 5 seasons of Moonlighting.
Oh, finally. Like my college obsession, that show. Was this like a song rights issue deal?
Yes.
That of course.
Yes. I recall us talking about this a couple months ago that Glenn Gordon Caron was saying, we want to bring this back. We're real close. But it was a song rights issue because they used so much music. Like they would just burst into song. They would burst into musical numbers all the time and break the fourth wall.
And needle drop.
Yeah, for sure. That too. And so this was a hang up for a while, but apparently they got it figured out because starting October 10th, all 5 seasons of Moonlighting are going to be out there. And yeah, your college obsession, my high school obsession, I had like a big picture of Moonlighting era Bruce Willis on my notebook in 10th grade. Like he was so cute and like just that chemistry was incredible. And it was so daring in its structure and its tone. Like the stuff that everyone does now with the fourth wall breaking was really new and exciting then.
An entire episode that was a Shakespeare parody in iambic pentameter. I mean, like, come on.
The musical episode was great. Yeah, there's a whole lot of fun stuff there. So be sure and check out Moonlighting when it comes out next month.